Hot Springs Rapid occurs 2 miles downstream from Asa Jones Waterworks at the mouth of the San Rosendo Canyon. Hot Springs Rapids, class 3 to 4, is the first major rapid downstream from La Linda. This rapid was created by the outwash of boulders during flash floods from San Rosendo Creek. Land on the Mexican side at the mouth of the San Rosendo Canyon to scout the rapids and, if necessary, portage on the Mexican side. Under most water conditions, the rapids are run on river left, taking care not to hit the large boulder that juts into the current at the base of the drop. Run the main drop near the center and avoid the backwash off the big slanting rock on the Texas bank. Use caution, as several jagged rocks occur in the middle of the river just below this point. The big hot springs occur on the Mexican side, just past the last jagged rock. The clear, fresh water of the springs is a major attraction of this area. The pools, which have been built and maintained for years, are wonderful to soak in and are an important source of drinking water for all who travel to the lower canyons. San Rosendo Canyon is the largest drainage on the Mexican side of the lower canyons. The canyon is used by a Mexican ranch to graze cattle, and it is not uncommon to find livestock and vaqueros in this area. A short distance above the river, the remains of an adobe building stand on a low bluff. Although it seems like an unlikely location for a radio relay, it was built just for that purpose. A long wire antenna extended from the building to the top of the southwestern side of the San Rosendo Canyon. Utilizing World War II surplus equipment, the station relayed messages from Del Rio to a ranch in Old Mexico. Across the river from the rapid is Dagger Mountain, so named for the splendid growth of giant yucca or Spanish daggers on its summit. This large yucca blooms in early spring, from late March through April, and every 2 or 3 years following wet winters and springs. The flower head can weigh up to 80 pounds and grow to 5 feet in length. Mature plants can reach a height of 15 to 20 feet. The area of the Rio Grande, from Big Bend National Park through the lower canyons, is a land of great contrast. Sheer walls plummet directly into the river, which swirls and clashes against the stone barriers. Within the canyons, the many rock layers are exposed by the cutting action of the river, revealing the geological history of the region. The best-known example of this is the Bullis Fold, an anticlinal structure in which the horizontal layers of the limestone are folded over at approximately a 90-degree bend. The uppermost rocks are in the Santa Elena limestone, which was laid down approximately 136 million years ago. At this time, shallow seas covered the majority of what would become the lower canyons. This is known because the extensive marine fossils are exposed in the limestone. The Sioux Peaks Formation is the next layer. Laid down during the lower Cretaceous period, it was formed by deposited muds and is easily eroded, forming talus slopes. Below the Sioux Peak Formation is the Del Carmen limestone, the thickest layer of rock in this area. The Del Carmen limestone is relatively hard and forms sheer cliffs. At the very bottom is the Telephone Canyon Formation. This formation is easily eroded and forms a talus slope that descends into the sand and gravel deposits of the river. In this area of the lower canyons, there are several places bearing the name of Bullis. From the Bullis Gap Ranch in the southeastern part of Brewster County to the Bullis Crossing on the Rio Grande. This name is an honored one in the Big Bend country. These places were named in honor of Brigadier General John Lapham Bullis. General Bullis was one of the most famous Indian fighters of all American history. From 1870 to 1882, he was active in several campaigns that removed depredating Indians from Texas. The Indians along the Rio Grande called General Bullis the Thunderbolt because they never knew when he was coming, and when he did, he arrived with the force of a tornado. His courage, gallantry, and uncountable successes won him a distinction accorded to few Army men. The people of West Texas presented him with a gold sword, which probably has no equal. Downstream of the Bullis Fold, the spray-painted monster heralds the approach to Palmas Canyon Rapids. Like the majority of the rapids in the lower canyons, this rapid was formed by the outwash of debris from a side canyon. Rated a Class 2, big boulders dam the center of the river with smaller rocks just below. Approach on the river left in lower water. At high water, river right is runnable all the way through the rapid. After traveling 5 river miles, a major tributary canyon, Arroyo de Complejo del Caballo, enters the Rio Grande from Mexico. The river is very narrow here due to the outwash from the canyon, which forces the channel against the Texas side. Although usually minor, Rodeo Rapid can contain the singularly most spectacular wave of any of the rapids in the lower canyons. The rapid is made up of big standing waves that are capable of swamping uncovered canoes. At water levels around 3 feet, there are 5 waves. At 7 feet, there are 22 standing waves. The best run of this rapid is to the right of the center. Afterwards, a strong eddy will bring you over to the shore.